Hope everyone's doing well. This past Monday night we had a wonderful virtual banquet, and I want to thank everyone who was involved, and especially the donors, those who really made it such a great success. The shul needed the support, and as we've been saying, it was tremendous chizuk to show that we're in this together. The community really stepped up. The Shabbos is Shabbos Mevarchim for the month of Elul, so it's hard to believe that Rosh Hashanah is 5 weeks from tonight, Haba Aleinu L'Tova, and our attention is turned to what's going to be. Are we going to have a chance to daven in shul? Do we have to remain outside? It's a fluid situation. We're on it, and we're going to somehow figure it out. It's not just Shaarei Tzedek. Every shul in the area has to have a plan. We want it to be safe. We want it to be a nice davening. And stay tuned. God willing, we'll have some sort of solution. We'll have contingencies. Parshas Rabbi happens to be one which is filled with mitzvos, as the following sedras, as we wind our way down Sefer Dvarim, as they tend to be. And there's a lot to choose from to speak about. Let's select one pasuk, a sipurna, which I have quoted many, many times, but it's appropriate for Elul, it's appropriate for our current situation. The pasuk says, "Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem." We are children to Hashem. That's very heartwarming. What does that mean? The pasuk goes on to say, not that necessarily Hashem loves us and He'll protect us, but our obligation not to mutilate ourselves. It was the custom of the ancient pagan nations. They would practice some form of self-mutilation when someone would pass away to show their agony. And the pasuk says, you are children to Hashem. Rashi quotes Chazal, we have to appear our best. A parent wants their children to be beautiful, handsome, clean, and presentable. Don't do anything that would mar the appearance. The Sipurno has a completely different take. The Sipurno says that in the context of the pasuk, as sad as one may be because of the events that are unfolding, when a relative passes away, especially a parent, it's devastating. No matter how old the person is, it could be a spouse as well, anyone for that matter. One is plunged into the depths of despair. How can I go on? How will life ever be the same? How can I somehow find meaning to my existence? And the pasuk says, don't mutilate, don't punish yourself. No self-flagellation, because ultimately you didn't lose your real protector, your real parent. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. As long as you have Hashem, and Hashem is always here, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed. Hashem isn't going anywhere. He was the creator. He'll be beyond our generations. He'll be forever. Hashem will never abandon us, and therefore don't feel alone. Don't feel that it's beyond hope. Now, granted, that's a very sublime thought, that a person can somehow rise above the earthly connection and realize that his or her parent, the ultimate father, is still there and will always be there. But if somehow we're able to internalize that as we go into Elul, and so many questions, and how am I going to be able to daven, and what about the heat, and all of the unknowns, and even in the best of years, we're always anxious when it comes to the Yomim Noraim. Everything is on the line, so we have to appreciate the fact, Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. Parent doesn't abandon a child. A parent loves a child. That's the natural inclination. A parent is always willing to overlook the imperfections, the mistakes, to give the child another chance. There's nothing that the parent wants more than to have a wholesome, meaningful, symbiotic, fulfilling relationship. That's what a parent is. And Hashem is reminding us in the worst of times, what's going to be in the coming year? Will we be safe? Will life ever go back to normal? Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. Hashem is watching over us. We got this far, God willing, we'll be able to handle what comes next. We'll have a meaningful Yomim Noraim and Yom Tov season, no matter how it unfolds. I always say from the Bima that when the Chazan calls out Rosh Chodesh Elul Yiyah, the phrase in Yiddish that goes back to another time, afilu di fish in Wasser zitter, that even the fish in the water tremble. And we've been trembling for a while. We've had a lot to be concerned about. But it doesn't matter, because just as in the best of times, Hashem was watching over us, also now, with the uncertainty that prevails, Hashem is watching over us. I want to wish everybody a good Shabbos, and we should have a healthy month, the last month of the year, and should usher in a year of good health, of Parshas Tova, but most importantly, this year, and we feel that it really could be, and we hope and we daven, it will be the year of Shnas Geula v'Yeshua, the year of redemption for the Jewish people and the world. Have a good Shabbos.